It's hard to share these experiences with your friends because you're not sharing them with them. And I think that gets really difficult because I shared my entire life with one friend. Like, that's my friend. And now I'm having this. I'm experiencing things that he's not there to see. And it's really difficult for him. And for me, because these are the things that I want to talk about. And it's hard to talk about.
And you don't have the time, realistically.
Yeah. And when you do get the time, it's what I want to talk about. But it's also not what he wants to hear. Because he wants to hear about our experiences. He wants to hear about experiences between us. It's also cool to see how it rubs off on me because my best friend has never been a traveler. Doesn't care for it at all. And now, because he sees that this is so much my passion, the last time I talked to him, he was like, yeah, I want to go see these places and I want to go do this. And so to me, like, I think that I'm going to try to kind of relive this list with some of my other close friends as well.
All right, I'm going to repeat the question that we spoke about earlier this evening, so that we can get it on video. World Cup. Kelly is from South Africa. Antonio is from Mexico. First match of the World Cup, Mexico versus South Africa. You three were there, and what was it like? I think that's a great story.
For me, as a South African that lives abroad, it was amazing because I go visit my family once every 2 years or so. For this time, being there in Johannesburg, in the middle of everything, the vibe was so amazing. Vuvuzelas everywhere. You could be in the street, in the malls, in the gas stations, and people would be going and you could just walk in the street and people, you could just wear the South African Bafana jersey and they'll be like, hey, and they'll start dancing with you and going with the salad, and everyone just came together.
Yes. And she was like, saw your jersey. She was like, you have to have pride. You have to celebrate. You have to celebrate. She's just going nuts.
It's crazy. As a born South African, I've never been so proud to be a South African than see how people came together to share this feeling of, you know, just being so proud to have the World Cup there in the first
A very
place.
significant World Cup.
It's a huge thing for them to have it there and to be able to show the world that, you know, seriously, everyone gets along and really.
Right, and Antonio, or rather Tony, sided with Antonio.
Yes. I'm still angry about that, by the way. I still haven't forgiven him.
And he was cheering for Mexico, but you were telling me how everyone was sitting with each other, the South Africa fans, the Mexico fans.
They didn't have to segregate the fans because there was just so much love. So much love in the environment. Like, I was sitting in a row with 11 Mexicans. And
I was in the row in front.
yeah,
With I had the South African shirt and the South African scarf and the South African cape.
she had a really pretty South African flag. Some dude on the side of the road was like, I paint South African flag. This dude, he looked like a Picasso painting. It was like, you would have to really look hard to understand.
Cubism all over again.
Yeah, to know that was a South African flag. But there was so much love everywhere. I think with South Africa, it really surprised me because one of the things that you always know the history of South Africa, like you know what they've been through, and it's such a divisive country. You hear all about divisions, but this was the one time you go there and everybody was united. Everybody was on the same page. Everybody was all up, you know, and it was an amazing feeling. It was an amazing time. Out of all the sporting events I've been to, it was really something special.
All right, I've got one last question. I don't know if anybody else has anything to say, but it's a slightly longer question, so bear with me. Alexander Dumas said something along the lines that you need to know misery to know what happiness is, that it's a comparison thing. And I read one of you blogged about, I think, a school in Nigeria, high school, or somewhere in Africa, where the students just started laughing. I can't remember the exact moment. I think Antonio blogged about it, where you asked high school kids about happiness and they just all started laughing.
I think that was me.
in that sense, what have you seen as, you know, getting happiness out of the most miserable situations?
I think that people always look at miserable situations from the outside in. And when you grow up in those situations, you don't realize how miserable it is.
More fortunate you are.
When you're inside of that situation, when you grow up in these really poverty-stricken places, you don't realize that you're in a horrible,
Supposed to be miserable.
because we're comparing these situations based off of what we grew up with, and the buildings and the things that we know. And so when you have these situations as your birthright, you know, you don't see it like the rest of the world. It's just normal. And so we found that as a collective whole, all of us, we find happiness more in the poor countries than we do in the rich countries. And we actually had a lady, yeah, a simpler happiness, but we had a lady in Guyana. We were at the market in Guyana, and this place was completely poverty-stricken. This market was not like your normal market that you would think of here. And we met this one guy, and we're filming him, and he has no teeth. And he's sitting on the thing, he's like, no teeth, look, I got no teeth. He's like,
I'm so happy I'm on TV!
yeah, and it has to do with, why are you smiling so hard? And he's like, I'm smiling off the stress, man. You know, and this lady came up to us, and she says, hey, honestly, I believe that you're going to find more happiness in the poorer countries because we have let go of our desires for material possessions. We have let go of our needs and wants. And the things that make us happy are the simple things in life. And we end up carrying happy with us as opposed to looking for happiness in other things. So when other people go around and say, what makes me happy is family and friends and love and things like this, these people are saying, hey, those things keep me happy, but I carry happiness in here. And that's been one of the biggest lessons of this trip, is you think that you go to some very developed country and you find happiness in people who say, oh, football or family or this and that. But yeah, you find it with people who are literally on the side of the road kicking makeshift plastic bottles that they turn into a ball and are playing soccer and just happy to be alive. You know, we go to the Caribbean, and these guys are looking at us, and it was the first time when people just like looking at us, and we asked them, what makes you happy? And they're looking at us like we're weird. They're like, what makes me happy? Like, happiness is here.
I am happy.
I am happy. Yeah, exactly. I don't need anything to make me happy. And one guy said it to me, he was like, I'm at the beach. If I'm hungry, I go fish. I've got a girlfriend. What else in life do I need?
2 girlfriends.
You know? 2 girlfriends. No money. And this is something that you realize, like, here, there's so many external things that I put into my happiness. My iPhone. If I lose my iPhone, I'm not going to, you know, like, all these little things that I want and I need. I can't wait for this new camera, and I want this and I want that. But here, I mean, in those places, it's so simple. Can I play games with my friends? Can I eat? Do I have my mom? Do I have my family? Do I have my love? You know? And they're so much closer to that happiness equation, you know? Because they don't have to worry about all those external things. And I think that that was the most special lesson of this journey, was seeing happiness, because we thought it would be difficult to find happiness in these places. And then we turn around and see how simple it is. You know, like we took a road trip from Benin to Togo in Africa, and it was only a 3-hour drive. But along the ride, I took notes with all the moments of happiness I saw outside of my window as I drove. And my list was like huge. And this is a place that really, like, poverty like you can't imagine, you know? And it was something that was really eye-opening. Really special.
Great. You guys are doing a great job. Thanks for visiting Belgrade. Anyone else? Got anything else? Victor, take it.
You had a question?
No.
You forgot it.
No, I don't know. Yeah. No, if you guys had a chance to do the trip all over again after, let's say, 1 week break, would you do it?